Human genome consists of 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of which 22 are called the autosomes. 23rd pair is known as the sex chromosomes. In case of female, the sex chromosome will be identical. In case of male, the sex chromosome will be non-identical. Inside the nucleus, our genetic material is present, that is the DNA. But we cannot see the DNA through the microscope. Inside the nucleus, thread-like structures are present, which are known as chromatin. This chromatin will double itself, it will undergo protein synthesis, and it will become the chromosome in the metaphase. Now, all the chromosomes which are present in the genome, are they same? There is a classification on the basis of chromosome shape. Types of chromosomes depend upon the structures or shape. So, on the basis of shape, chromosome can be divided further. First of all, let us see the structure of chromosome. A chromosome consists of two sister chromatids. These chromatids, they are joined at a single common junction. This junction is known as centromere. This centromere divides the chromatid into two parts. One is P arm, that is the shorter arm, and the other one is the Q arm, that is the longer arm. Centromere also serve as the attachment site for the spindle fiber during the anaphase. On the basis of the position of the centromere, the different type of chromosomes can be classified. You can see in the video the position of the centromere, that is the primary constriction. During the anaphase, spindle fibers are produced from the centrosome. Spindle fiber attached at the point of centromere and pulls apart the sister chromatids in the opposite poles. Based on the position of centromere, chromosome can be of four types: metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric, and telocentric. Let us see the metacentric. So in the metacentric, the position of the centromere is in the middle of the chromatids. So it divides the P arm and Q arm equally. In case of submetacentric chromosome, the position of the centromere is slightly above the middle point. It divides the P arm, that is the smaller, and Q arm, the larger one. The third type is acrocentric. Acro means peak point. So the centromere is shifting towards the peak of the chromatid. As a result, the P arm is very small as compared to the Q arm. In case of telocentric, the position of the centromere is at the top of the chromatid. This kind of chromosome is not found in human beings. Now see, DNA is tightly packed inside the chromosome. If you start uncoiling the chromosome, you will find thread-like structure which is known as chromatin fiber, which is again further divided into beads on a string structure with the help of histone protein, and then you can see the DNA. Now see student, in this video you can see how the beads on a string structure is forming. DNA is binding or wrapping around the histone proteins. The histone protein comes in the form of octamer. DNA is binding around it. This constitutes the nucleosome model. This is the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. This is the genetic material. It stores a lot of informations, the informations which are inherited from generation after generation. It consists of polynucleotide sets. That means it consists of different type of substances. DNA is double-stranded. The common type of DNA which is found in most of the organism is B form. DNA can be of different form, A, B and Z form. Now for the simplified study of the DNA, we are unwinding or uncoiling the DNA structure. So now you can see the backbone of the DNA. DNA consists of polynucleotide chains where one pentose sugar is there, which is ribose, one phosphate group is there, and the nitrogenous base is there. In DNA, there are 4 types of nucleotide base, nitrogenous base pair: adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine. The pentose sugar is having 5 carbon. The phosphate group is attaching at the 5th carbon position of the sugar. The pentose sugar is called deoxyribo because it lacks one hydroxyl group in the sugar structure. That is why it is known as deoxynucleotide. Student, nucleotide means phosphate, sugar and nitrogen. Each of the nucleotide is bound together with the help of phosphodiester bond. In the upper strand, you can see that the orientation is from 5' to 3', whereas in the lower strand, the orientation is from 3' to 5'. This orientation is based on the binding of the phosphate with the carbon of the sugar. The strands, they are anti-parallel to each other because their orientation is opposite. This has been proposed by Watson and Crick. Now you can see, student, how the nitrogenous base pairs, they are joining together. Adenine and guanine, they are having similar type of structure. That means they are having double ring structure, whereas thymine and cytosine, they are having single ring like structure. Adenine and thymine, they will bond together, and guanine and cytosine, they will bond together with the help of triple hydrogen bond. Thymine and cytosine, they are known as the pyrimidines, and adenine and guanine, they are known as the purines. So purine and pyrimidine, they always bind together. See the structure, student. Here the orientation is stabilized in DNA with the binding of single ring with the double ring like structure. This orientation can be disturbed if a double ring structure binds with a double string base pair. So guanine and thymine, they cannot bind because of the improper orientation. In each turn, they consist of 10 base pairs. This turning of the DNA produces 2 grooves. Grooves, these are the cleavages which are formed in the DNA due to the turnings. The two grooves are major groove and minor grooves.